The city of Phoenix now has mandatory fines for soliciting a prostitute of more than $2,000 starting with the second offense. Seedfeeder via Wikimedia Commons. Phoenix is cracking down on people who try to hire prostitutes, with steep, mandatory fines for Johns, starting with their second offense. The City Council approved an ordinance unanimously on Wednesday that raises the stakes for repeated offenders. The new fine structure imposes a $2,000 penalty for a second conviction, $2,250 for a third conviction, and $2,500 for every conviction after that. Previously, there was no mandatory fee. At the court's discretion, an offender could be fined up to $2,500. The money raised from the elevated fines will go toward a city fund to benefit Starfish Place, an apartment project backed by the city that houses survivors of human trafficking and their families. The 15-unit apartment complex opened in 2017. Case managers provide residents with subsidized rent, counseling, and other support services. Under former Mayor Greg Stanton, Phoenix established the Human Trafficking Task Force in 2013 to combat trafficking and prostitution and to provide services to survivors. The task force was born out of the city's efforts to combat trafficking and prostitution during the 2015 Super Bowl. Stanton resigned as mayor on May 29 to run for Congress, but the city's focus on human trafficking seems like it will continue under the remaining council members. Phoenix Councilman Jim Waring gave Skidmore, "Phoenix is committed to being a leader in combating human trafficking," Interim Mayor Thelda Williams said in a statement. Today's actions toughen penalties for Johns and help those who have been victims of sex trafficking. The city says that prostitution and human trafficking are often linked. Under the city code, soliciting sex is a Class 1 misdemeanor. The minimum sentences remain unchanged, at least 15 days in jail for a first conviction, followed by 30, 60, and 180 days for each subsequent offense. Prostitution cases are handled by the Phoenix Police Department's Vice Unit, which boasted 64 arrests of people soliciting sex in 2017. During a sting operation in December, Phoenix police officers posed as operators of a massage parlor and arrested 86 men who attempted to solicit sex during a 10-day period. Councilman Jim Waring, who chairs the Human Trafficking Task Force, described prostitution and trafficking as a worldwide tragedy. "Phoenix is committed to having the toughest possible penalties imposed on those who abuse victims in our city," Waring said in a statement.